What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. I'm telling anyone who wants to listen, I think 2024 is going to be one of those years we look back and go, this was one of the absolute best, if not the best year for Marvel Legends. They have cranked out so much stuff that's already great. They've revealed things that I'm like, man, these are the definitive takes on some of these characters that have been long overdue, that I have been waiting. Every time I come up with wish lists, some of these characters have been on this list. And it's really exciting to finally get some scratches off of that and go, yes, finally, they're done. And just what they've revealed so far, I'm kind of like, I've got enough for a top 10 right now. Like, if they don't do anything else, they're already having a strong year and we're good. We got Angel, we got Sabretooth, we've got, let's say, Iron Man Mark 9, because I don't want to throw all three of them in there. We got the Nick Fury, we've got Count Neferi, we've got She-Hulk, long overdue for a better figure. We've got, geez, what else? There's so many more. Giant Man, Wasp, Baron Zemo, Lilandra. I mean, maybe she's not a consensus pick, but she's probably going to get phased out anyway. That include any of the figures that the Marvel Legends team showed on Monday, where they debuted the Marvel Comics 85th anniversary Marvel Legend figures. No real rhyme or reason for what got selected. It didn't matter. All the reveals were stellar, very strong. Only one character, one figure I didn't care about, and that was Scar, the son of Hulk. And that's really because I don't really care about the character, not because the execution of the figure was bad, but we also got Ghost Rider and a new Warbird. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to end up in that top 10 when it's all said and done. So we're getting a great year with the MCU stuff in the corner. Sit there with baby. You're going to be put there for a while. And we're just focusing on comic book greatness. And it's led to some really spectacular looking figures. Now, as part of the reveals from Monday, we got one that I really have wanted to see. He's been long overdue in terms of characters I wanted, and that was Iron Fist. And it looks great. He's using a new hyper articulated body. I'm pretty sure we've seen this already, maybe Daredevil, but he looks awesome. He's got that diaphragm that moves back and forth, side to side, so he can really cinch in some deeper poses, which makes sense for another master of martial arts in the MCU. He's borrowing lots of parts from the Shang-Chi with all the hands, which is great because that makes sense for him. And we've seen this energy effect piece a million times, it feels like, but it's good. It makes sense here in this case. So no issues, no complaints from me. But I think an issue that popped up because of Hasbro's reputation for, let's say, having ball, dropping ball. There's a lot of outrage when the team started showing off a little bit more. And that in particular was the reveal that this is going to be a 2-pack with Luke Cage. And there are a lot of comments after I posted the video breaking down my thoughts on it, like, Hasbro, you dropped the ball again. It was just like people were just frustrated. And I get it because they have done this to us before. We've seen this. The costume is wrong for the Iron Fist I want. So, not necessarily that Hasbro dropped the ball, but just like, no, you messed up again, guys. Why do you continue to do this to us? And so people were upset. Like, why are we getting Luke Cage in a 2-pack with Iron Fist? This is not the Iron Fist we were promised. And what are y'all doing? And I'm like, who cares? This looks great. And I speculated at the time before I got all the official, prettier pictures from Hasbro, which you're looking at now. And maybe this is the Iron Fist from New Avengers, not the one that, we were kind of thinking would match better with the Power Man figure. And, that made sense that we just got a Power Man. It makes a lot of sense to pair him with an Iron Fist that complements him. And I thought when the news got out about an Iron Fist possibly coming to the line, okay, cool, we'll get a 2-pack with a correct colored blue pants Luke Cage, maybe one with the alternate mad head portrait with an Iron Fist, classic one. But no, we didn't get that. Instead, we got him paired with this Luke Cage, and people were like, "No, I don't care about this. I want why didn't they just did a Power Man? Why did they put him together?" And it's simple. It's actually not a mistake. This is not the figure that we got. This is the classic look of Iron Fist, and unlike some of these other characters we've seen so many times with a new creative team coming to Marvel Comics, and then they're like changing everything up. Iron Fist had a very cool costume, and he hasn't had it redesigned to blazes. And there have been subtle adjustments, but this classic look here, is one that you can't fix. You can only make some slight tweaks, but you're not going to improve on it. And I think a lot of us wanted a two pack like this. Angry, mad, Luke Cage Power Man with blue pants, maybe a little bit more articulation, and pajama clad Danny Rand. Instead, we got this weird two pack. And there's been a precedence from Hasbro mixing up different eras. So, like with this Guardians of the Galaxy two pack, we got a Moon Dragon from her time actually with the team, where she's with Star Lord and far slimmer Drax the Destroyer. And with a Drax the Destroyer from his Infinity Watch period time. So it was like, this is a weird combination. It did make sense in the sense of a father and daughter, but not in terms of the eras represented with this two pack. So it was like, all right, well, Hasbro's dropped the ball enough times that we can't really count on them to do this right. So they've messed up here again, and they really should have done this version of Danny Rand anyway. Why don't we get this? So there was that thought from people like, hey, that was really the version we wanted. But here is the explanation fully before I break down the Hasbro release. This is the Danny Rand Iron Fist we're getting with this Luke Cage. Also of note, we're getting an astonishing X-Men Wolverine. So that means that we've got him. We got Luke Cage, not in the black beater. We've got a new symbiote Spider-Man. We got Doctor Strange, who can still work with that. We got Spider-Woman, whether you got her way back in the day or you got the Scroll 2-pack. So she's covered. And now we have Iron Fist. So this team is basically complete. This is right when the team got together, the new Avengers. So this is before Hawkeye joins up with them, before Maya comes back. So this is a full completed team, unless you really wanted to have Jessica Jones in her outfit as well. But just to confirm, Hasbro sent along a press release with the prices for these guys. This two pack is $49.99, coming summer 2024, probably sooner. Luke Cage and Iron Fist reach new heights as heroes when they're called to join the roster of new Avengers, teaming up to fight for justice. So there it is from Hasbro, straight from Hasbro. This is not a classic Luke Cage, Power Man, and Iron Fist two pack. It's just new Avengers set. And I have gotten on Hasbro so many times because I feel like they are allergic, especially during this season, in terms of completing teams. But we are absolutely getting this new Avengers team knocked out. You see how his whole there's no V anymore with the outfit. It's going all the way down to the belt, and that's how that outfit looks. So there's a very quick distinction between those two attires, which is subtle. I mean, if you wanted a classic Iron Fist, it's really just the missing V. So you can, oh, okay, I didn't realize it was that different. I didn't notice it all that well until I was like, oh, yeah, okay, this isn't the classic look. There's no V. It's not a big deal to me. So if I wanted to make this my classic one, it works. But this is specifically for the new Avengers look of Iron Fist. So they did not mess up. And I've been quick to go, I don't understand why they did this. Looking at you, Justice, and Namorita. But this is not a mistake. And I know we've come on them so hard sometimes, but they're on it with this set. They are actually trying to complete a team for us, which I totally appreciate. So we have them fight Elektra, Maya, whoever you need to have in this battle here. We've got them. And it's really cool. And I'm glad that they decided, yeah, we could do a solo Iron Fist, but I feel like this is the way to go. We needed a better version of Luke Cage anyway, so we got that. So we got two more members of that team to complete one version of them. So Team completion is one of the major things I've been saying that Hasbro's Marvel Legends team needs to focus on. And this set actually accomplishes that. So great job. Got this 2-pack. And just as a quick reminder, of course, now that I did not pull up that window of when this set comes to us, it is coming up for pre-order next week. And this was the wacky thing with this because the characters they revealed have different release dates. This one's going up next Tuesday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time at Pulse and other mainline retailers. Those mainline retailers, according to the press release, include Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store. So I don't think there's going to be any danger, worry, or concern about this selling out. But just a quick heads up, because I know there's some confusion. I'm still getting comments. I want to make sure to address them really fast that Hasbro's Marvel Legends team actually was on top of it this time. They didn't botch the execution of Iron Fist. They didn't pair Iron Fist with a random modern era Luke Cage that doesn't even work together. They actually do. This is what they look like in New Avengers. We're covered. They completed one part of that New Avengers team. Bravo to them for doing that finally. And now we can focus on some more teams. Maybe the other iterations of the New Avengers or Mighty Avengers. I think we've actually got them. We just probably need an updated Ares, but they're knocking out teams. That's great. So that's all for this one. Like I said, it was really quick, really brief one. Wanted putting everyone's concerns and fears aside. They've got us covered. Looking forward to see what's next. But for now, this episode of House Figure Files has been filed.